Oh my god, this is gonna be the best cloak. So we have a new cloak that was that of mine. Voice of the Silent Star, new Embers Raid cloak, steals ally stats. Wait a minute. I thought it buffed. I didn't read the whole title. I saw something with allies. I figured it was gonna buff allies. Crit haste cloak. Whenever nearby allies take damage, the voice has a chance to beckon you. Upon hearing its call 10 times, you fully submit to its influence, stealing 157 of the 4 nearest allies' lowest secondary stat and giving you the stolen amount plus 1.5k to your highest secondary stat for 8 seconds. Yo! I mean, you might think that, listen, if you steal people's stats, you're a troll. But you steal a total of 600 something stats on Mythic. This is probably lower on Heroic. So you steal a total of 600 stats from 4 people divided equally, right? And you gain those stats. On top of that, you gain 1.5k, so double that of your highest secondary stats for 8 seconds. Now, obviously, this matters based on what the proc rate is. But if everybody has this is a major power gain. 1.5k plus 600, that's 2.1k, 2.2k, 2.2k probably. 2.2k secondary stats. 2.2k secondary stats is, well, that's a lot. How many rings is that? How many secondary stats does a current ring have? 600? Isn't it a lot? That is a lot. It's 2.2k secondary stats. And people lose 150 of their lowest secondary stats, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, so assuming that the people who would lose it, obviously we're working on the presumption that the people who lose the stat also gain it from their own cloak. Oh, it's more. It's over 1,000. Okay, and these are 418. So it's probably going to be about an extra ring or a little bit more than an extra ring worth of stats. So maybe a ring and a half of extra stats. Or, you know, because depending on the proc rate. Do we know the proc rates? I'm guessing that's probably going to be tuned anyway. Oh my god, this is going to be the best cloak. Unless this is going to get nerfed. Or if we have alternatives. Alright, listen. Prepare for everybody in the game to want this cloak. And for all other cloaks... Wait a minute. Oh, it doesn't have stamina. Whoa. Okay, this is a nice drawback. This is a very interesting drawback. It doesn't have stamina. How much stamina would it have? Same as strength? No. So the stamina, what is it? Okay, so the main stat would be almost triple that of the stamina stat would be almost triple of that of the main stat. So it would be about 800 stamina that you would lose. So you lose quite a bit of stamina. Oh, I love the fact that it has a drawback. I wonder how this would work in a Mythic Plus environment, because everybody takes damage there. Yeah, this is so cool. What do you guys think? I think this is kind of... Is this gonna be worth? I guess it's worth, right? You sacrifice stamina and you get a lot of procs, and there's a lot of void themed stuff here. Is 10.2 confirmed to be void? Old God again. Beacon to the Beyond. Voice of the Silent Star. This is old God stuff. There are several questions raised which will only be answered throughout robust testing. For example, having your lowest secondary stat reduced by one of these cloaks for 8 seconds is probably not a very impactful loss, but having multiple cloaks in the raid could prove very chaotic. Oh, because maybe the same person can be targeted by multiple cloaks. I think they would have to do an internal scripting where this doesn't happen. Can the same player have their stats stolen by multiple players? At the same time? Does that result in their stat being lowered twice or multiple times? Is there a range on who gets picked? Dude, imagine if it actually worked that way. What would that mean? Let's say you have like 10 melee and everybody has the cloak. And the same person gets targeted by all of them, so it has its stat. It's taken away 9 times. No, I doubt it. They would have to do some kind of internal proc system where it does a check, like an if function, where if the person isn't targeted by a stat decrease effect, it's eligible to be targeted by a stat decrease effect. So it'd have to be something like that. But then again, does that mean that there's a limit to how many times the cloak can proc? Because if there's too many people that has this, if you have an uneven number of people close by, does that mean one person doesn't get to have their cloak procced? Yeah, there might be some issues here. But hey, it's a fun new addition. I love it. Oh, I cannot wait. Still in the stats. Are there specs that kind of have an even distribution of all of their stats where they wouldn't particularly like to have their lower stat reduced? I don't think so. Not that I know of. Oh well. Nice cloak.
I've been loving it then, I still love it now. Still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. Getting better every day, let me show you how. Cause still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. It's getting harder to stay, but at the end of the day, it's a guilty pleasure, so just log in and play. Whether it's classic or retail, I'ma do a /bow. Still, I play WoW.